Hello. I'm going to be talking about my final project, which was my students are going to have to create a multimedia presentation based on our Unit 5, which is all focusing on exploration. At the end of each unit, the students usually have to do a writing assessment of some kind, but I am turning that writing assessment and tweaking it to turn it into a multimedia presentation that they will present to the class. My objectives for this project are that the students will develop a multimedia presentation using iMovie. We have one-to-one iPads in my classroom, so iMovie is the most user-friendly that I've discovered at this point. Powtoon is my favorite, but does not work on the iPads, so this time I'm going to try iMovie and see if things flow a little smoother. Next objective is that the students will develop and defend a claim in response to, should kids today be encouraged to be explorers? This is a question that we've talked about the entire unit, so now they're going to be taking the information that they've learned from all of the readings and develop a strong argument using evidence from those readings. And then lastly, the students will practice their speaking and listening skills in developing and observing peer presentations. So after everyone has created their iMovie, they should have a recording of themselves at some point in their iMovie. They will airdrop those to my Apple TV and present to their class. Reflection, I have not been able to give this project just yet to my class because we've had a lot of snow days in Manhattan and I am behind. So I am looking forward to being able to let my students do this project after spring break. I think the students are really going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be a fresh start from just something different than another essay, another writing assignment. So I think the students are really going to enjoy it and really get into it and be deeply engaged. The ISTE standards that the student is going to be meeting is that the students publish and present content that customizes the message and medium for their intended audiences. So taking their claim and customizing it to meet their personality and then presenting it to their class. The ISTE educator standard that I'm meeting is designing authentic learning activities that align with content area standards and use digital tools and resources to maximize effective deep learning. So since I've taken this project from my textbook, I feel like I'm meeting that standard because I'm still meeting my curriculum standards and aligning that with using digital tools to deeply engage the students. My biggest takeaway from this project was just figuring out that there's other ways to engage the students than just having them read from an iPad or put an iPad in front of their face. Letting them create something really dives into that higher level of Bloom's taxonomy. It's a lot of work on the teacher end, but in the long run, I think the students are going to learn more and have a better outcome just because of all of the front load work. They're going to really enjoy it. Just a quick run through of my project. This was a video that I created using WeVideo. It's just a voiceover. I chose this background because we're talking about exploration and it kind of explores through these woods while I am talking to them about our upcoming assignment. This is that writing prompt that they will be focusing on the entire project, should kids today be encouraged to become explorers. Just some tips for them for while they're writing or coming up with an outline. So they're going to be excited that they don't have to write an essay, but they still need to understand that they have to have an outline of some kind even when you're creating a multimedia presentation. This is a Powtoon that I created for one of our assignments that gives just 5 tips to argumentative writing and how to make your argumentative writing strong. This was one of my first experiences with Powtoon and I loved it. I will continue to use Powtoon in my classroom most definitely. And then finally, I will have an assignment page. And this is probably something that I would keep up in the classroom for the duration of the project so that the students could constantly refer back to what am I supposed to be doing. And then finally, I have just like a fun picture so that they can keep this prompt in mind the whole time that they're making their project.